Our good order and discipline, how we approach any situation where we have to accomplish a mission and provide the best capability for the task at hand.
I'm sorry, I still can't understand your answer here. I'm just asking a very straightforward question. You tell me you have questioned orders in the past about their legality. Is that right?
Senator, I have questioned orders when either one, I didn't understand, I wasn't equipped to carry them out, and I needed clarity before I can actually execute those.
Action to attack another country and seize Maduro was unconstitutional and threatens to drag Americans into a war they never voted for. What does the president mean when he says the United States will, quote, run Venezuela for years? When he says, quote, Venezuela now has the United States of America, the most powerful military in the world by far, to protect them, and protect them we will. It sounds like another forever war. Lieutenant General Donovan, you are nominated to lead Southern Command, which would make you the commander responsible for any future military actions in Venezuela. You won't make policy decisions, but service members will count on you to ensure that they are not asked to engage in military operations that are not legal. Now, according to press reports, your predecessor had serious concerns about illegal orders. That was not the case with these strikes. General Donovan, is it sedition for someone in the military to question whether an order is legal?
Senator, in my 37 years of experience, received many orders over time, and when I ever have faced a situation where I need to seek clarity, I ask our headquarters to clarify the task. Then I come back and work on that with legal advisors, the core staff, the subordinate commanders, senior enlisted leaders, and then present my thoughts to higher headquarters for their consideration.
So I think what you're telling me is you have questioned whether an order is legal. Is that right?
Senator, I did not. What I believe I'm focused on here is that the legality of the order. We face orders. We carry out missions. And so in that planning process, we look at all aspects of each mission, each task, each order to ensure that we're structuring the command, the force, the unit to achieve the objective.
I appreciate that, General, but that's the question I'm trying to ask is it sedition for someone in the military to question whether an order is legal? And I thought I just heard you say that you had actually questioned orders and whether they were legal, and you sought advice. So I will ask it one more time. Is it sedition to question whether an order is legal?
Senator, I would not use the term sedition. I use the term basically our good order and discipline, how we approach any situation where we have to accomplish a mission and provide the best capability for the task at hand.
I'm sorry, I still can't understand your answer here. I'm just asking a very straightforward question. You tell me you have questioned orders in the past about their legality. Is that right?
Senator, I have questioned orders when either one, I didn't understand, I wasn't equipped to carry them out, and I needed clarity before I can actually execute those orders. That's
but you've never questioned whether an order was legal. You've never wondered whether or not an order is legal and sought additional counsel on that?
Senator, in our planning processes, I always have a legal advisor at my side as part of the planning process. So I always have leveraged those legal advisors to give me the best answer. In the end, I'm responsible for the final decision to carry out or not carry out the order.
I will stop playing dodgeball here. You know, I thought that was going to be the easy question leading to harder questions. Back in 2016, Secretary Hegseth was very clear that service members have a duty not to follow illegal orders. Since then, he has repeatedly made clear his contempt for legal review, including by sidelining military legal advisors, the people who are supposed to help you stay on the right side of the law. And what I wanted to know is how you look at those issues. So let me try a different version of the question. General Donovan, if your legal advisor tells you that an order is illegal, will you refuse to carry out that order?
Senator, the legal advisor is one of many staff members that will provide their advice as we look at the scenario, the situation at hand. I will take that very seriously if my legal advisor says that is an illegal order, and I will seek clarification from higher headquarters.
Okay. And if somebody higher says no, what are you going to do at that point?
Senator, then I make a decision using 37 years' experience to carry out that order or not.
Okay, but your intention is not to carry out an illegal order, is that
I will
right?
never carry an illegal order, Senator.
The woke establishment is coming for the last line of defense, our military. For years, the radical left has tried to dismantle the nuclear family and erode our borders. Now, they are attempting to infect the chain of command with their poisonous social justice theater. They want a military that answers to bureaucrats in Washington rather than the Constitution. Elizabeth Warren just tried to trap a patriot, and it backfired spectacularly. The scene was set for a classic globalist ambush. Senator Warren, a champion of the bureaucratic plunder that drains our nation, tried to corner a Trump military nominee. Her goal, to frame the defense of liberty as illegal and paint our commanders as potential criminals. She desperately tried to link the mission of protecting our interests to sedition, hoping to create a viral moment for the anti-American media machine. Warren's line of attack was transparent. She framed the potential liberation of nations crushed by socialist tyranny, like Venezuela, as a forever war. This is the same tired rhetoric used by those who would see the Great Reset succeed, while our own sovereignty is traded for globalist empty promises. She wanted this nominee to admit that questioning the commander-in-chief is a moral necessity for the woke soldier. But Lieutenant General Donovan isn't a puppet for the progressive agenda. Ace, a man of third and duty. While Warren played political dodgeball, Donovan stood like a stonewall. He didn't offer a soundbite for her campaign ads. Instead, he gave her a reality check on how a real leader operates. He spoke of clarity, planning, and the cold, hard reality of accomplishing a mission in the face of chaos. The general made it clear he doesn't use the word sedition to describe professional rigor. That is the language of the radical left, designed to sow division and fear. To a patriot, it's about order and discipline. It's about ensuring the best capability for the task at hand. Warren kept pushing, trying to force a confession of doubt. But she only exposed her own ignorance of the warrior class that protects her freedom. Warren tried the illegal order trope the Trump administration is a lawless regime. It's the same old story from the intersectional elite who despise free market capitalism and patriotic strength. They view our military legal advisors as political filters rather than strategic assets. Donovan shut it down, stating clearly that he leverages every resource to make the final, responsible decision for his troops. The climax was a masterclass in leadership. Warren asked what he would do if a superior insisted on an order he deemed illegal. Donovan's answer was unshakable. He uses 37 years of experience to lead. He will never carry out an illegal order, but he won't be bullied by a senator who has never stood on a line. He serves the Constitution, not the whims of a radicalized committee in D.C. This is the battle of our time. Liberty versus tyranny. The left wants a military that functions as a laboratory for social engineering. We want a military that wins wars and protects the American family. They want confusion. We demand discipline. Every time a patriot like Donovan refuses to bow to their narrative, the woke establishment loses its grip on the levers of power. We must stand with the warriors. The digital militia is growing. If you are tired of the bureaucratic overreach and the constant assault on our values, you are not alone. The establishment fears your voice because the truth is the one thing they cannot control. They want you silent while they dismantle the greatest nation on earth. We are the line in the sand. We are the remnant that remembers what it means to be truly free. Join the front lines of the information war. Share this video everywhere to expose the desperate traps of the radical left. Subscribe to Reason and Freedom and hit the notification bell to stay armed with the truth. We will not be silenced, and we will not be broken. Stand for the Constitution. Stand for the truth. Stand for liberty. Our future depends on it.